This is Vince with Listings to Leads. This is our get started call. So this is for our new clients and also for our longtime clients that want to catch up or get a refresh of what's going on. We're always adding new technologies. Um, so it's worthwhile to get on a call like this. So before we dive into it, let me just tell you a little bit about what we are in case you don't. So we're online advertising for realtors. We have a number of tools, just as the website says, if you have listings or if you don't have listings. So if we have listings, we got a bunch of automated tools. We'll go through them, look at them in a bit. If you don't have listings, we have landing pages, we have PDF guides, we have listing websites, and even pages to showcase your reviews. And everything that we do is designed to capture leads. So I think when we look at the tools on the listing side, well, most of you have been in real estate for a while. They're going to sound like similar. You might say, hey, I have flyers, I have single property websites and things like that. But I think most of the tools that you have coming from the larger franchises and brokerages around the country, or if you're with an independent, you have what we would consider as branding. You do have tools that sound like ours, and they definitely have your picture probably and your color scheme from your office and your logos, but they don't actually have call to actions or built-in lead capture. And that's really what this is about. So there are a lot of clients, and you'll, by the end of this call, probably understand why. There are a lot of clients who will say, I market my listing with one of your with your platform, and I get two or three more listings or one or two more listings, right? And that's really something that you should be thinking about is, can I get more listings with this platform? And the answer is yes. As that's the very same time you're getting buyers. So before we get in under the hood, let's talk about the resources that we have for you as they are, you know, because you're going to need them. Is we have leadgenwebinars.com. I'm going to copy this link. If you're watching this on a recorded call, I definitely recommend that you find this leadgenwebinars.com. And this is where you sign up for classes just like this. Okay. Now, if you're on the go-to webinar call today, just now, I just sent you this link. And so definitely recommend that you check it out. It's in the questions chat panel. So there's Get Started, which we're doing today. There's top tools to get more listings in for which we're going to go over a little bit of that, and then Facebook and Google ads. So these two we're going to touch on, Facebook and Google and top tools to get some more listings, but I won't be able to go in depth, and I won't be able to answer all the questions because they each kind of take an hour, right? That's leadgenwebinars.com. You should have that in the chat panel. I would definitely save that and sign up for those classes. Every class that we do, including this class, is recorded. All right. And this is being recorded, and they go right here on this page here. So I'm going to send this to you as well. If you are watching this on a recording, just go to YouTube and look for listings to leads, and then get to this videos page. This is where all the classes are. On the home page, there's a lot of testimonial stuff, and then there's other good stuff. But if you want this part, I definitely recommend it. And so you'll see right here, Facebook and Google, top tools for more listings, a class for lenders, get started. Scott does some other classes, and they end up here too. This one is Facebook and Google ads, and it says Facebook and deep dive. I did a call a couple weeks ago, and there were a lot of questions about Facebook. And if you don't know about Facebook, or if you're new to it, I definitely recommend that you learn about it. Okay. And our Facebook classes and all, I definitely go through that. If you're new to the industry and you don't have, not a lot of people know that you're a realtor, I definitely recommend that you invest your time and add money on Facebook. And I'll show you how you do that through our platform. But really knowing everything that you can do is going to help you not only capture leads, but also build your brand. Right. And then the last great resource, I think, is the mastermind group. Now, you need to ask the support team to invite you into this group, and support is inside your account. But I want to just show you what goes on. So Scott and I talk about what we're pushing from technology, But then you'll have clients like this guy, Chris, just asking a question saying, hey, I've got this 360 camera. What should I do with it? This guy here, Brian, is saying, hey, I ran an ad on an open house and I've got all kinds of leads, right? I've got two offers from just one ad, right? This I'm going to send to everybody. And I definitely want, if you're new to us, or even if if you've been with us for years, let's see if I can get this link to open. This is a new series that Scott is doing, which is starting at 10 a.m. Pacific, really on small parts of the platform. Okay. And so it's really a deep dive. And you may not have the time to join him at 10 a.m. Pacific every day of the week, business week, but I definitely recommend that you join when you can. I think really the more that you learn about how to use our platform, the better off your business is going to be. And here's why. We've got clients, and let's go back to the mastermind group, and I'll give you a great example. You see this guy right here, Dustin Fox? If you listen to my classes, I've talked about him for many years. He uses one of our top tools that we're going to talk about right here. And when I sold their office, and that's what I do, I set up teams and office accounts and brokerages and partnerships around the country. When I sold their office, they were down in just south of DC, and they cover Maryland, and he's over in Maryland. And he was a rookie, had been in the business for 2 years, and learned our tools. He took our classes. We actually went over there and trained him in person once. And I remember he came into the mastermind group, just like he did here, and he showed us this tool that he used. And he said, hey, this is our best ROI, is this nearby homeowner letter. We're going to go look at it in just a few minutes. And he said, it's getting us all kinds of listings, a lot. And he went from being a rookie to being one of the top agents in that office. It was 300 people when we sold the company. It's, I think, over 600 agents now. And I remember he did a call with us. If you look for his name in the mastermind group, you'll see we did it years ago. And we invited him because he talks a lot in the group. And he says, hey, I want to do this call because I was a rookie doing 5 million in commission, and I went to 20 million in production, right, in 2 years. And he said, and 80% of my business comes from your system, from your tools. And I was shocked. And I asked him, how much time do you put in every week to do that? And he says 2 hours. He says, I put my daughter in ballet and I go next door to Starbucks. And while she's dancing, I do my work in listings to leads. And that's how I grew my business threefold in 2 years. So there are a lot of clients that will put information in here. This is a client, Pat, that we're going to have to talk about, and we'll probably jump into that. And we're always just telling you the new stuff. So let's see. Did I send? Hold on a second. I was talking and doing two things at once. We're going to talk about this in just a second. Let's see if I copied this link I want to send you. I'm sending you one more link right now. It is a landing page that you can sign up for. Oh, I did send it before. Sorry, guys. That's where you sign up for those classes at 10 a.m. And I would sign up. You'll be invited to all of them. You don't have to sign up for separate classes. But Scott's going to be going through the various elements in our platform so that you can learn how to use them. Most of you, if you're new clients or even old clients, don't know half of the tools that you have available in our platform. It's just a great value. It's super powerful, but the more you know about it, the better off it's going to be for you. So let's dive into one of the tools. I'm going to show you first. We'll start here with the top tool to get more listings. I want to remind you, I actually do a class called Top Tools for More Listings that I did here. It's the second class on this page right now. And this talks about all the tools, all the top ones that capture listing, right? But this one here is a nearby homeowner letter. We'll go look at it in a few minutes. It's the number one tool, okay? And it's a piece of paper. It's not a Facebook ad. It's not a Google ad. It's a piece of paper that we create for your listings at every status. This lady, Pat, prints out 100, prints on the back, and then tri-folds it so it looks like an envelope, and she handwrites these addresses. And when she came in here to the mastermind group, she said, "Hey, I'm mailing out just sold. This is the just sold. And I mailed out 100 when they were just listed. And now I'm mailing out my second 100, same home, just 200 pieces of mail." On the first 100, she had 4 homeowners calling her for home value reports. On the second mailing, which is the one we're looking at right here, she had 3 people call her and 1 person text her. All 8 of these people want to sell their home in this year in 2024. She posted this in September of last year, and the second batch went out. And then by the time it was December, you can check in the comments. I asked her, it's like, how did that go? And she said, yeah, I got 4 more people that want to sell. So that's something that you want to be paying attention to if you want more listings. Okay. So let's log in to the system right now and let's go look at the fastest way to get buyers, right? So you just saw the best way to get listings. So let's look at the fast way to get buyers. Then we'll dive into setup. Okay. Since this is a get started call, we definitely want to make sure that we understand that we set up our account in the best way. If you want buyer leads, we really recommend using our Facebook ad software. Okay. And when your listings hit the system, they end up on the listings page here. If you don't have your own listings, you can borrow listings, right? If you have this grab listing button, if one of your colleagues or friends says, hey, you can use my listing to go get buyers, we'll grab it and pull it in and it'll sit right here. And I'm going to click on market listing. And these are all the tools that we generate. We'll dive through it in a moment, but I want to just focus on that one answer. How do I get buyer leads right off the bat? We know now how to get the best way to get high quality seller leads. How do we get buyer leads? And you just click on Facebook and Instagram and it writes the ad. It's just written already. This will be sponsored by your business page because the first step is for you to connect your business page. And all you need to do is click create ad. Now, you might want to customize this. You might want to click in here and say great schools or things like that. You can customize it and you can even target things, but that's the easiest way to get buyer leads. So now we know the best way to get high quality listing leads, and we know the fast, easy way to get buyer leads. There's a whole lot more to the system, but let's talk about how the heck we start up our account. Now, if you sign up on our website, you get into a version of this setup wizard, right? And so you'll actually see something like this, and it's going to say, put your picture in, put this in if you need it. If you don't see an asterisk, that's because it's not necessary. And then it'll move you to the next thing. Company information is your logo. And then it says connect social media. And you definitely want to connect your social media accounts. You could have multiple pages on Facebook. You can connect your Google business page. And once you do, that's going to tell us to do auto posting for your listings. Then it says connect your ad account. And this is going to look weird because it's talking about Facebook again, but we're connecting to a different part of your Facebook account. So you're going to click that. It's going to say, is this you? And you say yes. And then it says, what business page do you want? You click that. You're connected. And then it's going to say add your listings. If you have listings, put in your MLS email, the email that you use in your MLS, and we'll see the listings associated and sweep them in. If you don't have listings, you can still put your email, but it'll pull them when you actually have active listings. And then if you're borrowing a listing, because maybe you don't have your own listings, you need the zip code and the MLS ID and just grab it and pull it in. And last over here, if you're new to us and you have sold listings or listings that are pending, I highly recommend that you add them manually. Okay. And that's because our pending and sold advertising gets you more listings. So if you want more listings, you want to take that step and manually get those ones in there. And let's see here, set up social content. This is a really cool place. And it starts to get a little confusing here because this is the third time we're asking you to connect your social media accounts. It's because we're doing some really cool content that we're auto posting to your socials. You have to connect your socials. You have to tell us how often, how many days a week, and then you choose the topics. There are over 50 topics related to real estate. So you don't have to choose them all, but you definitely want to choose a few. They're colorful, they're conversational, they're not heavy, boring reads because we just don't think people can even read anymore. So we keep it light and conversational. I do want to point this out. You want to make sure that you turn on these 2 PDF guides. We're going to go look at the PDF guides later, but this is going to auto post them to your social media accounts with landing pages behind it. And if people want to download those, they're going to have to give you their contact information. So this is free lead capture via your social media accounts. You want to definitely turn that on. There's all kinds of content, right? Kitchen design, outdoor living, memes, really funny kind of humor stuff. Choose what you like. All right, let's click. So that's what else do we need to do for setup? You see here where it says follow-ups on this in the middle. If you don't have a CRM, come here and turn on the follow-ups. Okay, they're drip campaigns, and they're more effective than some of the top CRM companies out there. Okay, a lot of you might have a CRM company that you're paying and you just never set it up. You really want drip campaigns if you want to convert leads. So just click the button to turn it on, like this one is on here. And if you want to drill down, you can click on that link and read them all. But this is just automated follow-up for any lead that you capture in our system. Okay. So turn that on if you don't have a good drip campaign. Let's go over to the profile here because there's a related topic, which is connecting your CRM. So hopefully you have a CRM. And if you do, if you click on CRM integration, you can connect them here. We have APIs for a lot of the top ones. If you don't see yours here, they might give you an email address from that company that you can put here, and it says send leads there, and we'll drop them into the CRM for you. So that's useful. On your profile is also auto posting, which we had set up on the previous page. But I do want to point out that we can auto post, if you turn this on, a landing page for free home value. You can say, hey, I wanted to go out once a month, once a week, whatever you decide. We also create landing pages for down payer assistance. I'll show you the landing pages in a bit, but again, you can turn it on and tell us how often, and then new construction. Okay. So you want to make sure you've got automation turned on and getting some landing pages out. Free leads. That's really all it is, people. Okay. If we keep moving up here, there's a client review website. Now, I don't know if you gather reviews, but if you do, we think you should use our tools here because you're going to get leads with those reviews, right? And so let's look at what we're talking about. There's actually a website that has all of your reviews. It's got a little video up top, really cool. Your reviews are showing here. And if you scroll down, you're going to see a marketing plan. It's a little video of all the tools that we bring to the table for you. It's not talking about listings to leads. It's saying this is what you are bringing. And that's because you're a client of ours. So you have all this available. If you want to snap in a testimonial video, you can. The PDF guides I was mentioning earlier, you can download it right here as long as you give your name and email, right? And if you have listings in your account, they're going to be right here. And when people click on these listings, we're going to drive them to a single property website for these properties. And there's a lot of lead capture here as well. Okay. So as you scroll down, you're going to see the photos. You're going to see the marketing plan again, the PDF guides. Just everything is designed to have multiple call to actions to get you leads, right? So this is to showcase your reviews. If you want to add reviews, click add review. You can import them from Testimonial Tree, Google, and Zillow. If you have them over on Facebook, you can do it manually. If you have some on Yelp, you can just copy and paste them, and then they will sit on that page. When you get that, and they're on that page, you can share it on social media and tag your client and say, hey, thank you for the review. Why would you do that? Because their friends and family and colleagues are now going to know you are their realtor. And if they're interested in real estate, they might click on that website and learn all the things that you have available that can help them. The other thing that you need to do for setup is ads. You need to click on ads here and connect your ad account. Right now, we did that in the profile setup right up front. But if we miss that, make sure you go over here and connect your ad account. Now, our Facebook and Instagram ad software is an embedded part of the platform. It makes running ads on Facebook really easy, really effective, and very powerful. We also have an upsell, kind of an addition, which is Google. And so if you want to run ads on Google, we make it just as easy. Okay. That's an additional $30 a month just to use the software. In both of these cases, whether it's Facebook or Google, we are not taking any percentage of your money. We're not charging you per ad. You will see when we go look at it that there's a budget, and that budget is charging your credit card on either Facebook or on Google. And when that's just how it works, we're not trying to take a percentage of that. So I think that's the basis of setup. There's one more thing that I would recommend as a good setup, and that is to go to the landing page section. And we talked about landing pages earlier because I said, oh, we can auto post landing pages. So this is where those pages are, right? This is a new construction landing page. When you sign up, one of these are sitting in your account. I think we have customized this one. So there's probably going to be a video running in the background or something like that. So they don't come with a video in it. They have a static image. But this is just giving you an idea of what things can look like, right? And also you get a down payer assistance one and you get free home value. You'll see here, I have a lot of landing pages, and that's because you can have unlimited landing pages. And free home values is one of those ones that people like to have, right? What is your home worth? And when you have that, you can run ads on it with Facebook, or you can run ads to it to Google, or there are print tools, or there are even e-flyers, right? So you can go out and have multiple ways of getting people to that page. Stephen, you're having trouble with Facebook ads. You want one-on-one help. Did you try reaching out to support? We have a great support team on the bottom left, and they're always very helpful. I would reach out to them. Yeah. So we are talking about landing pages. One thing that I would recommend everybody does is you go here to the green button that says create landing page and click on the type and create a property valuation plus. Okay. That's an instant home value page, right? And you could say, I want to create one for my major town. And maybe it's Seattle, right? Just do one. And when you do that, it's going to create a landing page that looks pretty generic. It's going to look like this. And you want to change the background picture and get it ready so that in the future, you can auto post it to your social media accounts, or you can run ads on it. Most of you are building farms or businesses in multiple farm markets. You want to have a property valuation plus page for every one of your key farm markets, but just create one to get started. And that's kind of it. So that's the setup, right? We talked earlier about the resources. We're talking about now how you set your account up. So now your account is set up. So let's go look at listing marketing and see what the big hubbub is about. Okay. And let me have a sip of coffee while this bakes. We looked at this page before, but let's look at it a little more slowly here, right? So all of these things are done automatically, and you'll actually receive an email with a bunch of hyperlinks in here that you can use right away on the property. So the first thing we put up top is Facebook, right? And so if I click on that, you can see we pre-written the ad, okay? And we can just, boom, create an ad right there. If you want, you can click in the text over here and say grade schools or new kitchen, or if there's something important, when you type it in there first, that's how it's going to work. Create that. Now, in case you don't know how Facebook ads work, let's go look real quickly. This is Facebook, okay? And this is hey, I know that picture. That's my car. This is what is called the news feed. These pictures here in the front are the news feed, right? And your ad would show up right here, right? It would be a picture of the house or an ad of the landing page or something. And so people see this, they scroll through here all the time, and that's how it works, right? And when they click on it, their name, email, and phone number is pre-populated from the profile. And that's really key because when you're using our Facebook, people are not typing in their information. It's auto imported from their profile. So it's a great way of getting high quality listing lead information, or buyer lead in this case. Now, then it says social media posts. So what is that? An ad is something that you pay for, and a post is something that you share, right? And what's cool is when you have social media auto posting turned on, we just click here. And what we're looking at here was automatically created by listings to leads. So if you got it turned on and you have your listings auto swept, this is going to automatically go out there, which is great because it's got some text on it. It's got a good color scheme. But if you click on it, it takes you to a page where we're going to be able to capture contact information, right? So that's free auto posting with lead capture. If I click on continue with Facebook, that's going to grab my name and email and drop me on a single property website that we also automatically created for you. So you definitely in the setup, we turn that on. So this is something that you can almost set and forget. There's something that says share on seller social media. And if you want more listings or if you want more business and you like referrals, use these tools that are designed for your homeowner. We email them to you automatically. Just read them. What you're really meant to do is forward this information to your client and call your client and say, please put that on your Facebook wall. Because when they do that, it's talking about you at your office as their realtor. So people are going to be aware that you are their realtor. And just like that other page, if somebody clicks on it, there's going to be lead capture for you. Now, right here is a nearby homeowner letter. And remember when I was talking about the mastermind group of the number one tool that captures high quality listing leads? This is it right here. Now, we have a technology integration with a company called Express Copy. If you have an account with them, you can connect it. And let me show you why you might want to do that. This letter is really simple, right? It's not like the sexiest thing in the world. All it says is, we got a home for sale. Go check it out. We always say that's going to affect your home value. So go here and get your free home value. So this is just a simple piece of paper, one sheet. So how does it become valuable to you? You could door knock it in the neighborhood, and maybe some of those people are homeowners, and that can be helpful. And that works for a lot of people. But right here, if I click get mailing list, Express Copy has a national database of all homeowners. And what we're telling them to do is mail 100 pieces to people within 1 mile of this home that have more than 6 years equity, just the homeowners. Okay. Now you can expand that radius if you want. You can even mail out more letters if you want, but usually 100 are the batches that our clients do. Some people will mail out less, but these get high quality listing leads. And if you remember at the beginning of the call, I showed you Pat Motley. She mailed out 200 of these. 100 were just listed and 100 were just sold. And she has 8 listings that are going to happen this year from that one property. I don't know if you'll get the same results with these because nobody is handwriting them over there, but it at least gets them out quickly and easily, right? Just get here, click there, and go. If you have a deep database, a big CRM with a lot of people, we create e-flyers. Whenever you see e-flyer for your database, that means you can copy the code here and blast it out on your own CRM. You click on that picture of those links, you're going to land on a page to become a lead. It's always going to say this affects your home value. And if you click here or here, you're going to become a seller lead. Now, if you follow social media, that video is becoming a big deal, right? Ever since TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, they all have short video kind of content now. If you want to be part of that, we write short form video scripts for many of our tools and all of your listings. So whenever you see that, you can just whip out your smartphone, download this script, read it a couple times, record it, and blast it out to your socials. We also create single property websites. We create a luxury version and a lead gen version. And I definitely recommend that you use the lead gen version if you want more leads, right? Um, because it's just designed to capture these multiple call to actions. All these hyperlinks are all driving either to your website or to our landing pages. There, even if we scroll down on the property, there's going to be what happened there. There's going to be our video. They can download these reports if they give you contact information. There's just a lot of lead capture here. Your reviews are here, right? The rest of your listings are here. And this is all designed to capture leads for you. That's a single property website, virtual tour, same way. There's a whole open house marketing toolkit, all mobile optimized. You got QR codes, you got online sign in forms, a lot of ways to capture leads. Got just simple listing flyers, a little more colorful, a little more branded, postcards and door hangers. All of the print tools capture leads, including the door hangers and postcards. So, like I said, you have these kinds of tools. They sound the same from your current companies. They just don't capture leads the way that we do. We got blog tools, we got Craigslist tools, all that. So let's jump down to PDF guides. And PDF guides, there are 80 PDF guides. Okay. You are branded on every page of every guide. Each guide is about 5 to 6 pages long. 40 are for home buyers and 40 are for home sellers. So you can decide what you want to concentrate on, right? Do you want more buyers or do you want more sellers? What I want to point out is you can download it right here. But if you click market, you'll see that there's a short form video script. If you want to create a video, you can run an ad on Facebook, you can run an ad on Google, you can have a social media post. But don't forget, I mentioned that over here in the social content area, we can auto post all of these PDF guides to your socials throughout the year. Got print flyers, postcards, and door hangers. All of these options, all of them capture leads. And now you know you got 80 different PDF guides, so you can use those in multiple ways. And I think everything all adds up to running ads. You don't have to run ads, but that's an effective way of reaching hundreds or thousands of people, right? And so if you're trying to get your business to grow, you don't want to be targeting 4 or 5 people throughout the year. You want to be growing your database by the hundreds and ideally by the thousands every year so that you have more people to communicate with who are going to potentially want to buy or sell a home. And a great way of doing that is by using Facebook and Google. You may not know this about Facebook. It's the number 3 website in the United States. Number 3. And while it's not number 1, it has an unusual, I'm going to pick a just sold property here, and I'm going to click this. It has the longest time where people hang out on it, right? And then when I say people, adults, kids, teenagers, they hang out on other fun sites. But people who buy and sell homes are very often hanging out on Facebook, and that's why the ads are so effective. When I click on a sold property in my account, it says just sold, and that affects your home value. Click here to get your free home value. So just sold ads get seller leads. All you got to do is click publish. Okay. Get seller leads a name, email, and phone number automatically populated right from the profile. So definitely something that you want to be looking at. And let's wait here for this to come back. So that's, earlier that we can run ads on properties that are for sale and get buyer leads. But if you run ads on properties that are pending or under contract or sold, you're going to get listing leads. And also that we can create unlimited landing pages, because we were looking at that earlier. So once you create a landing page, maybe you want to drive traffic to it, right? And I have a landing page here for Orinda, and that is an instant home value. So I could go off and run an ad like this. Now I'm gonna tell you, and see a question popping up. Just hold on. What we're doing right here is something that realtors have been doing for 10 years. Okay, because landing pages like that, instant home values, they've been around for more than 10 years. There are a lot of great companies, Bold, Boomtown, prime seller leads, home values for less, and us. And many other companies have instant home value pages, right? But what a lot of people, a lot of realtors don't understand is the ability to target people on Facebook was stripped away years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago. It's 2024 now. It's been a while. But realtors don't know that. And so what they don't know, if they run an ad like this, could literally waste their time and money. Okay. For some of you, it will work. But I want to make sure that you understand that I mentioned this earlier. We have a YouTube channel, and I do a class every 2 weeks called Facebook and Google Ads, right? And right over here, how to create a custom Facebook and Instagram lead ads, right? That's Scott. That's Scott there. Facebook deep dive here, Facebook and Google. You want to check that out. And we come back here. I've sent this link to you earlier. I know that agents, I appreciate that you're here with me today, listening to me yammer on for an hour. I know that agents don't like to watch recorded videos here, but there's a lot to learn about these platforms, about Facebook, about Google, and it all cannot be covered in 1 hour. If you have free time, look at some of these videos, like many of them, until you just totally know this thing cold. Because if you're using our platform and you know what to do with it, your business is going to grow. I talk about how to create a custom audience of homeowners in Orinda. You use our platform to do it. And then you target those people down here with a custom audience. And you would maybe have a custom audience that says Orinda homeowners. That's really the key, right? That's important. So you want to do that if you want more listings. I want to show you something that's very new, and that is to create carousel ads. And so let me answer this question. Sue's asking, can you add your domain to these landing pages? You can embed your domain, and then we use it in our print tool. So we'll swap out the domain that we have and put yours in. Let's say that you bought a domain from GoDaddy. What you can tell GoDaddy is forward people to listings to leads landing page and forward it from, if they type in susanfree.com, because you bought that at GoDaddy, and you point it over to our landing page, when they type in your address, it lands on ours. That's great if you're doing print. You don't want to do that when you're trying to run online ads, because neither Facebook or Google like that. And what that really means is, let's see if I have a landing page open. This is a landing page, and there's this really weird, goofy URL up here. Sue was saying, if I have my own, can I replace it? It will not mask this, right? There are some companies that you can say, I want to cover that URL, that listings to leads have, and I want to replace it with my own. You cannot do that. It's just forward masking. So if somebody types in your address, they'll land on ours. They'll still see our goofy URL there. Let's do one thing. I didn't mention this. If you have listings that are for sale, I highly recommend that you do this. We'll do this open house, lead ads, create ad. And we added a new feature last week, and it's pretty cool. You see how this looks? It's like a static image, one image, some text. If I click on change image or video here, if you're paying a videographer, you can actually upload a video and it'll swap that out. But I'm going to click multiple images for this home, right? And click insert. And what does that do? That makes my ad look like this. So I can scroll through it and see more images of the home, and that might entice me to engage with this ad, right? Over here, the photos here, and maybe you really like the backyard view. You could change it, and that changes the order of the photos over here. Okay. So that's a really cool feature. It's called carousel ads. And you can either use a carousel ad or upload a video and do that. Let's go back to ads and let's talk about, we talked about landing page ads. I do want to point out, if you're running ads on any of the other landing pages for buyers, you don't need to worry about custom audiences. You need to think about custom audiences if you're trying to build listings. I cover that in depth when I talk about top tools for more listings, because having something on Facebook is a great way to do that. And then you can also create ads for the PDF guide. So I mentioned earlier there are 80 of them, right? So if you want to run an ad on Facebook, you can actually capture leads, right? And we'll see if I can. I think maybe I have Cody in there. You pick whatever one you want. 5 dangers of overpricing. That's probably relevant in every market. Click create ad, and it writes the ad. All you got to do is type in the name of the town that you want to focus on, and boom, publish. Very easy. And let's look at one more thing, and then we'll go look at a couple of other accounts. If you have questions, everybody, I definitely recommend that now is a good time to ask. On the ads page, we also have Google ads. And I definitely want to recommend that you think about Google if you are a listing agent. And if you're a listing agent, you probably already know about Google, but Google is the #1 website in the country. When we think about Facebook, 40% of American adults, not teenagers, scan through this page looking at all the goofy stuff that their friends are doing, where they're vacationing, what they're eating. Here's my friend's kid having boba. This is what just holds people's attention, the sports and all that stuff, right? Now, when people have a question, though, not all, but 86% of people in the United States come to this website, google.com. So how do you compete when somebody says, well, I sell my home, right? Or anything related to real estate? How do you compete? You see these sponsored ads? These are people competing in my market. You might want to go to Google and find out who's competing in your market. And if the question comes up for you, like, how do I get there? You get there by using our ad software. So let's click here and go Google, and let's do landing page, and let's do Concord, because I want more listings in Concord. Create an ad. I have a free home value page. So I click create ad and I type in Concord. And that's how I become effective on the #1 website in the country. Now, I want to point out the daily budget here is $50 a day. Okay. And it's a 7-day ad. So you have exposure of $350 spent. Now, I don't know the cost of a lead on Google in your market because I don't know where you're sitting. If you're sitting in Dallas, Texas, a home value lead for what is your Dallas home worth is worth about $30 each. If you're in Western Pennsylvania, like Reading or, east of Philly, these leads cost $22 each. If you're in Utah, they can be $17 each. And they're different around the country based on what your competition is like. So I don't know where you guys are sitting, but you want to find that out, and you find that out by maybe testing, right? Running an ad like this. But if you're in real estate and you want more listings, you definitely need to have a Google strategy. So here's how you compete right here. This ad, it's showing you here on the right, is saying that's what these look like over here. Okay. So that's really how you compete on Google. I don't recommend that for new agents. If you're not ready to have listings, focus on Facebook ads. You're going to build your brand. You're going to get buyer leads and seller leads. If you want seller leads, they won't be as expensive as the Google leads. So any questions about what we talked about here today? Had a high level over the whole thing. I do want to recommend that and remind you, this call is being recorded. It'll be on this page. This is our YouTube channel. And if you want your business to grow, our system can help you do that. Only if you know how to use it. And you can really learn how to use it right here on this channel right here. I don't see any other questions. So I want to thank everybody for joining me today. I hope this helps you. We have a great support team down on the bottom left here. My name is Vincent Meza. You can reach me at vince@listings to leads. And you want to talk to me if you need a team account or an office account. I set those up. Janine, we do have a new class. It's almost like a coaching call. It's every day at 10 o'clock. I sent the link to everybody earlier today. It's in our mastermind group. Oh, maybe it's here. I'll resend it to you. We don't have like straight up coaching. We just don't do that. But let me send this to you. This is really what we think everybody. So I think we know, I'm sending this to everybody right now. At 10 a.m. Pacific, we have shorter classes on very specific parts of the platform and what they mean and how you use them and why you should use them. So I would definitely try to join us when you can there. All those recordings will be on the YouTube channel when you can. Let's see. Got a couple questions. What is the most efficient way to market on Google and then retarget with Facebook ads? Oh, that to market on Google, the most efficient way is to run ads there and then to retarget. That's a kind of a heavy question, Greg, not for everybody, but I will give you a short answer. Over here on profile, there is a section called pixel tracking. You probably want to get these embed codes, the Facebook pixels, and maybe the Google tag to help you, because that's going to help you retarget and things like that. Yeah, that's the way there. And I mentioned it earlier, but I'll mention it again. We have our own drip campaign under follow-ups. Okay. And if you don't have a good drip campaign, I highly recommend you turn these on. So when you're capturing leads, yeah, Greg, the follow-on question, I don't have the answer. You're going to have to ask support on that. Here, let me get back to it. If you don't have good drip campaigns, you're going to need them. And let me just tell you something. Your leads are all here. There's agents get a lot of leads here with our platform. And I know they quickly get disappointed when they call them in 1 day or 2 days and they don't want to talk to. And I don't know if you guys have like smartphones today, but a lot of smartphones show you the number of the people that are calling, and often it'll say spam. A lot of people who are realtors call me and the phone says it's a spam call. I don't answer it. I wait for it to go to voicemail. I'll check who it is and I'll call them back. Your target people are doing the exact same thing. If they don't know the number, they're not going to answer it. Lord knows there's all kinds of crazy scams and weird stuff happening on the phone. So you can understand that. What my point is text them every day for a week and then make sure you have some sort of drip campaign following up with them. Usually you want to hit them up multiple times in the first 3 or 4 days to let them know that you're here, you're helping other people, but you want to make sure that you're helping taking care of them. That is the way, that is an important short story of how to convert leads. But it really starts with follow-up, multiple touches. Somewhere between 10 and 15 touches on every lead is when a person finally says, yes, I want to talk to you. Or they're going to say, no, I'm not going to do anything, right? But you'll know that. But you need to put those things in. So everybody, I don't see any more questions. Thank you for joining me today. Get in our mastermind group. Ask the support team to get you in the mastermind group. And take some time on our YouTube channel and really learn how to unlock the value of this. This is probably the most powerful real estate advertising platform in the country today. I don't think there is another one. There's some that have a lot of tools like ours. They don't have everything that we're doing. You're welcome, Missy. Thanks again, everybody. If you're not a client, you always get a free trial on our website, 2-week free trial, and everything is month to month, whether you have an office account or a team account or a agent account, you can always cancel on your profile. Thanks, everybody. Keep safe out there. I know it's winter and crazy.